What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about Palantir and how they just received two very substantial contracts. So one of these is going to be a contract with the SEC, which is going to be very huge for Palantir going forward. This is more governmental institution contracts coming Palantir's way, which I believe is a very good sign for the company going forward. And we're also going to be going over another contract that Palantir has just received. And in my opinion, this is going to be one of those types of contracts and deals that we see that is going to open up the business model of Palantir to an entirely new sector and could bring in a lot of new revenue for this company going forward. We're also going to go over a massive institutional purchase of Palantir ahead of its earnings coming up over the next couple of weeks. So we have a lot to cover in this video, so make sure you guys stick until the end. And before we cover all of that, if you guys would like to earn 2 free stocks with Webull valued up to $1,850, make sure you check out that link down below in my description. All you have to do is sign up for an account, deposit over $100, and you get access to those 2 free stocks. And if you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in these videos, make sure you go down and hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So when we're looking at the chart of Palantir, we can see that we have bounced pretty nicely off of these lows, but we are trending down throughout this week. Now, at the current time that I'm recording, Palantir is down about 1.25% on the day. Really, we haven't seen a lot out of Palantir over the past couple of weeks. I know there's been kind of a running joke going around on the internet, and I've seen it in a lot of comment sections that Palantir gets brand new contracts and the stock is going to automatically fall. With the current market conditions right now, I really don't think it's setting up for Palantir to rocket up, similar to what we saw right here when Palantir was coming out with all of their good news and contracts. But overall, long term, I am still extremely bullish on this company going forward. And we're also seeing a lot of bullish activity in Palantir's option chain. So this is the call option chain. We can see that the open interest on these 25s is very substantial with a pretty high amount of volume. And we can see that these 30s right here have an 88,741 open interest, which essentially means that that's the amount of contracts that people are holding in their brokerage accounts. But we did see this number get close to 90,000 throughout the beginning of this week, and it has kind of come back down to this 88,000 contract range. So overall, options traders are extremely bullish on Palantir going into their earnings, but we also see a pretty significant amount of open interest on the put side as well. But as we can see, the volume just is not there on a day-to-day basis. So more individuals are betting that Palantir is going to be going up in the near future. Now, the open interest and volume is not an end-all be-all indicator for Palantir, but it does give us a little bit of an understanding where price speculators are thinking the stock is going to go in the short term. So let's take a look at this very big institutional purchase made in Palantir shares. So when we come over to Fintel, we can see right here, Sumitomo Mitsui Trust Holdings purchased almost 5.6 million shares of Palantir over the last quarter. Now, when we come over to their little page on Fintel, we can see that their portfolio value is about 160 billion with 1,100 positions opened, and they opened 5 positions in the last quarter, and they closed 35 positions. So it's always good to see large institutions making purchases of the stocks that we like for the long term. We are also seeing ARK Invest pour a lot of capital into Palantir over the last couple of months. Now, Kathy Wood is typically going after these hyper growth plays in which she thinks can see some massive returns over the next 5 to 10 years. So I agree with her investment outlook for Palantir. I do think that we are going to see the triple-digit price point a little bit sooner than a lot of people are expecting. I think it could take us 2 to 3 years if everything goes as planned with Palantir. Now, let's take a look at some of these new contracts that we have just received, and they are a very big deal. So MD Anderson advances data collaboration through technology agreement with Syntropy. So as you can see right here, it's not really a direct contract with Palantir, but when we read here, the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center today announced efforts to advance its capabilities to seamlessly connect basic science, translational, and clinical research data for the benefit of patients through a technology collaboration with Syntropy and the Foundry platform. So there's how Palantir gets tied into this. This initiative is part of MD Anderson's new strategy aimed at focusing its mission to end cancer on approaches that maximize the impact on humanity, which includes growing its capabilities in data science. So we have seen over the past week a lot of different pieces of news that have come out that suggest that Palantir is working to not only come out with treatments that could help cure cancer, but actually just treat the disease as well. So when we come over here, let's take a brief look at what we have seen in the past. So we can see one platform, global impact. These are Palantir's impact studies. If you guys want to take a look at these yourself, you can just type into Google Palantir impact studies and it should be the first result. And we're going to be taking a look at this healthcare section. So this is the one that I really want to focus on. So when we read the full impact study, we've done this in a couple of my other Palantir videos, so we're not going to go over this one again, but cancer centers use Foundry to overcome a siloed data landscape with a unified and compliant view of patients that fully respects patient privacy. Scientists create granular patient cohorts to deliver individualized therapy. Essentially, what they are saying here is that there's so much data just kind of out in a lot of these different medical personnel's systems that they haven't been able to get it into one solid place where they can examine all of the data in one spot and actually make a decision on what is going to be best for the patient. And Foundry allows them to do this. And this isn't the only evidence we have of Palantir working to help the fight against cancer. When we come over here, shout out to this person on Reddit. We went over this yesterday, but anyone who watched the address to Joint Congress by President Biden probably heard him mention that we have the ability to cure cancer with the NIH data analysis platform. Now, when we blow up this article right here, we can see that NIDAP is the NIH Integrated Data Analysis Platform, formerly Palantir. It's a free resource to NCI researchers that can be used to collaborate and perform basic bioinformatic analyses. So Palantir has its hand in this as well. Now, we also have another contract that I want to bring to your guys' attention as well, and this actually has to do with a contract extension with the SEC. So when we come over to this individual's Twitter page, shout out to them for finding this. The SEC exercised another contract add-on to 6.5 million to 33 million in the total contract. Now, when we click on this to blow it up a little bit more, we can see right here that the date signed is going to be April 29th, 2021. The vendor is going to be Palantir Technologies, and we can see here that the amount is going to be about $6.5 million. So we are seeing Palantir also work with the SEC. So here's what I want you guys to basically understand about all of these different contracts that we are seeing. So not a lot of people really fully understand the value proposition that Palantir offers its clients. So their technology and platforms can be used in essentially any sector that wants it. We've seen Palantir work in media, the financial sector, the medical sector, and we are also seeing Palantir work with a lot of different governments to help handle the pandemic. For these reasons, I want you guys to think about what the total addressable market for this company is going to be in the future. Right now, Palantir has a decent size amount of customers. I think their average average contract amount per customer is around $10 million. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm pretty sure that it is $10 million per customer. It could be a little bit higher, but make sure you guys confirm that. I do not have that data in front of me right now. But what I am thinking right now is that Palantir's total addressable market is unknown. So what that essentially is going to mean is that they can grow at a very substantial rate because they are offering a platform and slightly tailoring it to the client, but they are essentially using the same building blocks to give to all of their clients. This means that if they are able to keep cranking sales and getting new contracts, this company is going to continue their growth at a massive rate. Now, Palantir has been around for about 17 years, and they just recently became public. I think it was last September. So Palantir is recently getting into the public eye in a larger fashion, which I think is very very good for their business model going forward. Now, what I also want you guys to understand is that when these next demo days come out for Palantir, a lot of you guys were very disappointed with the last 2 demo days. Now, what you need to think about is what is the exact purpose of these events. In my opinion, these are not for retail investors. These events are going to be to try to get new clients. What they are showcasing is very complex, and if you do not have a background in data analytics, you are not going to fully understand what is going on. But the companies and organizations that could benefit from these technologies and platforms that Palantir is able to provide are going to understand this. And we've seen a couple of times that some companies, the people that they work with or their customers are using Palantir in their business. And we've seen them come out and actually get a new contract with Palantir just from the word of mouth of working with their other customers. So Palantir, in my opinion, has an extremely bright future. So that is going to conclude this update on Palantir. If you guys enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps me out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. So I hope you guys are able to have a solid day today, a profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.